Did you know that mixing blueberries with the wrong foods could put your health at serious risk? If you're someone who enjoys a handful of blueberries in your breakfast or as a midday snack, you're not alone. Blueberries have long been hailed as a superfood loaded with antioxidants and praised for their benefits to heart health, memory, and even longevity. But here's what most people don't know. Those same blueberries can actually lose their cancer-fighting power or even become harmful when combined with the wrong ingredients. Especially if you're over 60 and trying to eat healthier. This could be the very thing sabotaging your efforts without you realizing it. This information might feel a bit uncomfortable at first, but it could also be the most important one you read all week. We're going to take a closer look at 4 specific foods that many people unknowingly mix with blueberries. And more importantly, we'll explain why doing so may raise your risk of inflammation, digestive problems, or even cancer, especially pancreatic cancer, which is one of the most difficult types to detect and treat. You deserve to know what's helping your body and what might be hurting it. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond and want to make every bite count toward a healthier future, this is for you. You don't need to fear food, but you do need to know what's safe to combine. That knowledge can be the key to protecting your health and living with more energy, more confidence, and more peace of mind. Stick around because the last food on our list is one that's often marketed as healthy, but it may surprise you. 1. Citrus fruits. Blueberries and citrus fruits may seem like a healthy dream team, but when combined, they can quietly wage war on your body. Most people reach for oranges, grapefruits, or even lemon juice to pair with their berries, especially in fruit salads or smoothies. It feels fresh, it tastes good, and it's packed with vitamins. But what most folks don't realize is that this innocent mix could set off chemical reactions that disrupt how your body absorbs nutrients and, in some cases, even trigger the production of harmful compounds. Here's the heart of the problem. Both blueberries and citrus fruits are rich in naturally occurring compounds called flavonoids. On their own, these compounds are great. They help reduce oxidative stress and fight inflammation. But when these flavonoids are combined, especially in a concentrated form like in juice blends or smoothies, they can compete for absorption in the digestive tract. Instead of complementing each other, they start to cancel each other out. The result? Your body ends up absorbing fewer antioxidants than it would if you'd eaten them separately. It's like preparing a great meal, but throwing away the most nutritious part before you sit down to eat. Even more concerning is what happens at the cellular level. Research has shown that combining high-acidity fruits like oranges or grapefruits with anthocyanin-rich fruits like blueberries can create digestive imbalances. When your stomach acid is already sensitive, as is common with older adults, this mix can lead to reflux, bloating, or a disruption in enzyme activity. Over time, this constant irritation to your gut lining may contribute to chronic inflammation, a known precursor to several types of cancer, including pancreatic cancer. That's right, the very gland responsible for helping you digest your food and regulate blood sugar could be put at risk by something as simple as a poorly thought-out fruit pairing. Take Betty, a 74-year-old retired nurse from Georgia. She swore by her morning smoothie: half a banana, a handful of blueberries, a splash of orange juice, and a scoop of protein powder. It was her daily ritual for over 2 years. But she began noticing digestive trouble, fatigue, and even unexplained weight loss. After visiting her doctor and undergoing several tests, the culprit wasn't a disease, it was her smoothie. Once she adjusted her recipe, separating her citrus and berries and eating them at different times of the day, her symptoms faded, her energy returned, and she started absorbing nutrients more effectively again. This doesn't mean you need to stop eating citrus or blueberries, but the timing and pairing matter. Think of your digestive system as a delicate ecosystem. The older we get, the more important it becomes to eat smart, not just healthy. That means understanding how foods interact inside our bodies, not just how they taste on the tongue. A little separation between citrus and blueberries can give your digestive system the space it needs to work smoothly and help your body absorb every drop of goodness from each bite. 2. Dairy products. Mixing blueberries with milk, yogurt, or cheese might sound like a classic combination. Just think of blueberry yogurt or cottage cheese with berries on top. But what feels like a wholesome snack can, in fact, quietly reduce the health benefits of both ingredients and even encourage harmful effects over time. Especially for older adults, this blend may not only interfere with digestion but also contribute to inflammation that puts your pancreas at risk. Let's break this down. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants, especially a group called anthocyanins. These are the compounds that give blueberries their deep blue color and help fight off cell damage in the body. But when you add dairy to the mix, something surprising happens. The proteins in milk, particularly casein, can bind to those antioxidants and make them harder for your body to absorb. It's like putting a strong lock on the nutrients your body needs and throwing away the key. You might think you're fueling your health, but in reality, your body is absorbing much less of what blueberries have to offer. But it doesn't stop there. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less of the enzyme lactase, which helps digest lactose, the sugar found in dairy. For many seniors, this leads to bloating, cramps, or discomfort after eating dairy-heavy meals. When blueberries are mixed in, the fiber and natural acids from the fruit can amplify this problem, slowing down digestion and creating a perfect storm in the gut. This kind of repeated digestive stress doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it promotes chronic inflammation, which experts link to pancreatic damage over time. Now let me tell you about Robert, a 78-year-old widower from Oregon. Robert loved his blueberry cereal with milk every morning. He believed he was making the healthiest choice possible. But after months of nagging indigestion and fatigue, his doctor suggested a food journal. That's when the pattern became clear. When Robert cut back on the dairy and started enjoying his blueberries separately, like adding them to his oatmeal with a bit of almond milk, or just eating them as a snack, his symptoms dramatically improved. He felt lighter, more energized, and his digestive issues started to disappear. The truth is, some food combinations work against us more than we realize. While dairy and fruit have both earned their reputations as healthy, that doesn't mean they belong on the same plate at the same time. Especially not for older adults with more sensitive digestion. When you're over 60, how your body handles food changes. And that means we need to change with it. Choosing to eat blueberries apart from dairy gives your body the best chance to soak up the benefits without the harmful effects. It's a small change that can make a big difference. 3. Processed meats. Blueberries and bacon might not sound like a common duo. But if you've ever added blueberries to a breakfast plate filled with sausage or ham, you've unknowingly created a risky combination. The sweetness of blueberries often complements salty or savory foods, which is why some people toss them onto charcuterie boards or into salads with bits of bacon. But this innocent pairing might be silently contributing to a toxic buildup that harms your pancreas. Here's what's really happening. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, ham, and even some deli cuts are loaded with nitrates and nitrites. These preservatives help give the meats their color and extend shelf life. But when mixed with certain compounds from fruits like blueberries, they can turn into nitrosamines. These are chemicals that scientists have long associated with cancer development, especially cancers of the digestive system like the pancreas. The antioxidants in blueberries, especially vitamin C, can sometimes interact with those preservatives in unpredictable ways when consumed together. In some cases, instead of neutralizing harmful compounds, the reaction actually fuels them. This chemical clash is especially concerning for seniors, whose immune defenses have naturally slowed down with age. Your body is less efficient at clearing out toxins, and chronic exposure to compounds like nitrosamines can lead to inflammation and tissue damage in the pancreas over time. Now think about what happens at a typical brunch or holiday meal. Jane, a 72-year-old retiree from Florida, used to host her family every Sunday. She proudly served her famous blueberry glazed ham, a recipe she'd clipped from a magazine years ago. It was a hit with everyone, and she believed she was doing something good by including fruit. But after watching a health segment on food interactions and discussing it with her doctor, Jane made a change. She now separates her fruit dishes from her meat entrees, offering fresh blueberries in a fruit bowl and keeping them off the plate when serving cured meats. It's a small shift, but one her digestive system and her long-term health deeply appreciate. The pancreas is a quiet organ. It doesn't shout when it's in trouble. But when it's overworked or inflamed, the consequences can be serious. By avoiding risky food pairings like blueberries and processed meats, you're protecting your body in subtle but meaningful ways. This isn't about giving up the foods you enjoy. It's about learning to enjoy them in smarter, safer combinations that support your well-being. For older adults, this awareness is power. Your body may not handle things the way it used to, but your ability to make wise, informed choices is sharper than ever. Keep trusting that wisdom. You've earned it. 4. Almond milk. At first glance, almond milk seems like the perfect healthy partner to blueberries. It's dairy-free, low in calories, and often praised as a great alternative for people with lactose intolerance or those watching their cholesterol. You see blueberry almond milk smoothies all over health blogs and senior wellness magazines. But what they rarely mention is that this combination could quietly put your pancreas at risk, especially for those over 60. The issue lies in the additives and preservatives commonly found in commercial almond milk. Many brands include carrageenan, a thickening agent extracted from red seaweed. While it might sound harmless, studies have shown that carrageenan can cause inflammation in the digestive tract and pancreas, particularly when consumed regularly. When blueberries, which are naturally acidic, are mixed with almond milk containing carrageenan, it creates a chemical reaction that may increase the acidity and irritation in your stomach and pancreas. For seniors, this combination is even more concerning. As we age, our stomach lining becomes thinner and more sensitive. Our pancreas, too, doesn't bounce back from inflammation as easily as it once did. And when you have this mixture daily, say in your morning smoothie or with cereal, it becomes a quiet, consistent irritant. Over time, that inflammation can wear down the pancreatic tissues and increase vulnerability to serious diseases, including cancer. Take someone like Judy, a 78-year-old woman who switched to almond milk in her early 70s to be healthier. Every morning, she'd pour almond milk into her blender, along with a cup of frozen blueberries, thinking she was doing something good for her heart and bones. But she started noticing discomfort after breakfast, bloating, slight nausea, and a persistent fatigue she couldn't explain. It wasn't until she read the fine print on her almond milk that she realized it contained carrageenan and other emulsifiers. Once she switched to homemade almond milk and avoided pairing it directly with acidic fruits like blueberries, those symptoms slowly faded. It's important to remember that many packaged health foods aren't created with older adults in mind. What's safe or beneficial for a 25-year-old gym-goer isn't always suitable for a 75-year-old retiree. Our digestion, immune system, and cell regeneration all slow down. That means our bodies can't buffer the effects of harmful food combinations the way they used to. And while almond milk on its own might be fine, pairing it with blueberries, especially daily, is a risk you don't want to take lightly. So if you enjoy both, the smarter move is to space them apart. Use almond milk in your cereal or coffee in the morning and save your blueberries for a midday snack. Or better yet, make your own almond milk at home with just almonds and water. It's simpler than it sounds and it gives you complete control over what goes into your body. Final thoughts. Your health isn't just about what you eat. It's about how those foods interact with each other and with your unique aging body. By making small adjustments, you're not giving up enjoyment. You're gaining peace of mind and adding strength to the foundation of your long-term health. When you know better, you can do better. And it's never too late to do just that. What you eat and how you combine those foods can make all the difference in your health as you age. These 4 food pairings aren't just random warnings. They're practical insights to help you protect your body from hidden dangers that might be lurking on your plate every day. Remember, your pancreas and digestive system deserve the gentlest care, especially after 60. With knowledge, you regain control over your health and can enjoy every meal with confidence.